Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a lovely week. So welcome to my first video with the new high school pack and with the new rounded walls update that we got a couple of days before. I have a couple of other builds that I've done. This was just the first one I finished first. And I wasn't entirely sure whether I was going to like it because this kind of Art Deco style was never something that I've really done before, never something that I've even considered doing before, so I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I was inspired by a couple of different things, the Fallout games, Bioshock games, and a movie called House of Wax, which, if you don't know what it is, it's a horror movie, so I would advise caution before going to Google it. But there's a museum in that film that is very Art Deco inspired, and that kind of gave me a little bit of an idea for this one. But yeah, like I said, this one I just happened to finish first because it's quite small. It's only a 2-bedroom home, but I wanted to try and get all of the features in this. I don't know whether I'm like ruining it for myself because I'm trying to cram all of the new features into this build. So we have the new window that your teens can climb out of. We have quite a lot of the new furniture items, obviously mostly the Art Deco ones. I've got a couple of castles that I've tried to build that I'm gonna try and use the new kind of, I don't know what style it is exactly, but some of the beds and the furniture look very royal to me, very princessy, so I want to try and use those. But yeah, when it came to this particular build, I had a look on Pinterest and Google at different kind of Art Deco style homes, and they were all very plain on the outside, like very just white. They didn't really have any kind of coloured details, and then when you come inside, it's all bright and colourful inside. So I wanted to try and bring some of that colour onto the outside and make it a little bit more eye-catching, a little bit more interesting to look at, but I don't know whether I've gone a little bit over the top with it now. But that being said, I do really like the way that it turned out. It is bright and colourful, but I quite enjoy it. You know, it's not very often that I do something that's very bright. Normally it's a lot more toned down than this. But yeah, I really like all of the different colour swatches, and this kind of mint green and is it like a salmony kind of orange, I think are really lovely. So I wanted to use this swatch in particular just because they all matches really well, and we don't often get that. So I wanted to make the most of it. These little wall decal thingies, I originally had put them on here in the same matching colour swatches, and I think it was just a little bit too much. It was a little bit of a headache to look at. So I went with this kind of like dark cream colour, and I think it looks a lot better. Where I had raised the platforms up, there was this big like open gap that just looked a little bit, I don't know, empty, plain and boring, which was what I was trying to avoid. So these fitted in pretty much perfectly. So I just used the tool mod just to kind of change the angle and move them into place a little bit, just so that they would fit a little bit better. But I really like the way that it looks, and I have play tested everything in this build. It's all fully functional. The only thing that I had to change after I'd finished the video was one of the clutter items in one of the bedrooms. I had to change the size of a little bit because it like blocked my Sim's walkway, even though it wasn't, if that makes sense. Like the footprint of it was blocking the walkway for some reason, even though the floor was clear. So I don't know what kind of issue that was having, but anyway, it's fixed. So yeah, it's fully functional. I was having a couple of issues with decorating in the rounded areas. The floor kept on deleting for some reason, like the flooring, and I don't know, every time, you'll see a little bit later when I go to decorate in the rounded sections, but every time I went to try and place something, it was like I couldn't grab hold of the object for some reason, and I don't know whether it was like blocking it somehow, but I don't know. It was just very strange. So in here I have quite a lot of extra space that I didn't really know what to do with. After I stopped recording, I added a chess table just to kind of fill in the gap a little bit. My original idea was, so next to this dining table, like kind of under the stairs, I've put a library area. That makes sense, like a bookcase and a little chair and a table, and there was just a little bit too much space behind the sofa, and I've put like a little gramophone music thing on the table, not the one that we get with the pack. I've used the base game one, and my idea was that, you know, maybe they use that little space to dance or something, but in the end I did feel like it was just a little bit too much space. Obviously you can remove it if you would like to download this house, but yeah, I thought there was just a little bit too much space in there. So in this bathroom, I absolutely love this bathroom. I googled a couple of pictures of interiors because I didn't really know what they looked like, and quite a lot of the pictures I found were green. Like the walls were green. They had very simple like features, and then black towels everywhere for some reason. I don't know whether that was a thing, but that was what I found in like all of the pictures. So that's what I decided to do. At this bedroom I had in mind for the parents, I was a little bit worried that they wouldn't be able to get around the bed with the wardrobe there, but my sim didn't have any issues, which I really like. The lighting from all of these new lights is so cozy, and it's a little bit dim, so I mean some people might find that it's a little bit, you know, too dark for them and they like it a little bit brighter, but I have really been enjoying the in-game lighting lately that's not from these giant saucer things. Like the more, I don't know, toned down lighting a little bit from some of the wall sconces and lamps and things. So like in this teen's bedroom in particular, it does actually look quite dark in here once I've taken the saucer out, but the light that comes through these windows is so lovely. I really do like it. I have used the little speaker from the early, is it like the early access? Not early access, the I'm not sure what it's called, the little gift that you get if you download the pack before it's like the 2nd of September or something. So that's probably the only thing that I would say doesn't particularly fit the style. I have added a TV downstairs, so that doesn't really, you know, add to the style. This is the piece that I was talking about. Sorry, sidetracked. When I was playtesting, my sim couldn't walk around the bed, and I was convinced it was going to be because of the desk and the chair, but it wasn't. It was because of that little clutter piece I've put on the floor. But once I sized it down, it worked fine. So these lights are from the, is it like the free holiday stuff? So it is base game. I class it as base game because it's a free update, but when it doesn't like filter as base game, you have to check it separately. But I just felt like I needed something on the wall above the bed, and that kind of just was like the perfect thing. So for these little climbing trellises, I have added 2. There is one that comes from the little balcony on the front where I've put a telescope. There's no window access to that, but there is a door, and then on the back area that I've tried to make it look like a roof and not like a balcony or patio area. The window from the teens room is accessible onto that area, and then there's a trellis that goes down the back. So I tried to include, like I said, I tried to include all of the new features. I was so excited to try and use everything. All of the landscaping that we do now is all from this pack too. So like I said, I wasn't entirely sure whether I was even going to like this build, so it is very, very quick, but I think I really enjoyed doing it in the end. It was something different that I've never done before, completely out of my comfort zone. But I think it looks really cool, and will probably never do anything like this again, or at least for a little while, but I'm glad that we have been given the opportunity to try different styles that we might not have tried before. So that is pretty much it from me. I really hope you have enjoyed it. I think I'll probably do a castle next. I'll have a castle next. But yeah, thank you again for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope you are enjoying the new pack if you have got it. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.